memory card in here that we use for doing church sermons, and it said it was damaged. I thought I would test it out by running a film in my camera and seeing if it comes up, whether the problem's in something with the church's camera or the type of format it was used. So here we are in Bellevue State Park on a not particularly gorgeous June day. Good morning.
Good morning.
The person probably came up behind me jogging, thought I was nuts, walking along here talking to myself. So I shut up for a while because they were up the trail. That's what they call rollout. Temperatures are in the 50s. A light drizzle when I got out of the car. There's a chance for showers. It's well overcast. There's a little chilly wind blowing. I have a sweater on. Called the Figure 8 Barn. They have a lot of events in there. It's a huge building. See the breeze blowing the trees. So we don't have to worry about getting overheated. Stony Run Nature Center. I guess that creek back there was Stony Run. See, they still got this Figure 8 barn going. Turnstile. I remember that the DuPont lived here was a sportsman, especially with horses. That's why some of these big buildings, indoor exercise, track, got a mile and a quarter racetrack out there. Morning.
Morning.
That's all a continuation of the Figure 8 barn. And over here is the tennis courts. There's more on the other side. Already well in use. DuPont was married to a female pro champion tennis player. Bellevue Hall ahead of us. Originally, the house of the owner before DuPont was designed to look like a castle. William DuPont took the property. He redesigned the house to look like Montpelier, the home of President James Madison, where he and his sister had actually grown up at Montpelier. This is Philadelphia Pike that runs down along here. It's a private residence there in the corner. That's a sure I would want to really live in a big park like this. Constantly having people go right past your house. Was the inside sports complex for. Had a observatory or a greenhouse built on the end of it, quite large. Fortunately, they tore it down. It was filled with asbestos. That's the reason they tore it down. Renovated. That got to be a danger. Not much left of it now. they did manage to spare the original old mountain school. Originally they were going to rip it down too. So I guess there's not much left to do to it but clean up the debris. And then they can take this fence down and let people in there again. And back on these paths. Go around it that way. We're going to go through this little narrow gap and follow our path back here. Which will take us through here to the horse corrals. Alright, we have arrived at the horse corral behind the stables. We've seen horses out here this morning. Usually there's quite a few out here in these separate corrals. There's an exercise ring up there. They have quite a few horses kept in this stable. I guess some of them are private, but you can come over here and do horseback riding. They also have the county's mounted police horses are bunkered here. Out here, showing there aren't some out here today. And get a look at them. Nice of them. But we're going to go down into this part of the woods. If we go down this way, there's debris of wood and fallen branches. We come up here to Philadelphia Pike. There's an entryway here. Looking down there is where we hold our church services every week. At the end of the school building, the community center. Iron Faith Fellowship. But for now I'm going to go and follow this back trail for a good ways. That's the end of this side. They have some jumps of different types there and there as we continue down this backwoods trail. Trying not to trip. A lot of fallen wood bed here. Into the end of the corral. The water's been dumped back here in the woods. Have to watch your step too for other things that are on the trail, because they do ride horses back through here sometimes. Horses aren't always particular about where they relieve themselves. You can see probably the signs of where a horse went through down here. And this old building back here behind the stables. And we're going to come out up here. There's a few obstacles. Probably going to hit a real mud hole up here in a little bit. Now you go in there to that 1.25 mile track that people like to walk or jog around. I like to stick to the back roads. Side trails. And we come to not as muddy as I thought it might be. Times when it's been very yucky. You jump over the board. And now we'll see this little path that I'm on is going across the soccer field. So I'll see you on the other side. Birds been flying circles around me. Hey, I'm going to leave the soccer field and our kamikaze bird. Through those gates up there, that's the Mount Pleasant High School. Probably another week or so left of school. Where my children all graduated from Mount Pleasant. Of course, it's the athletic field here. Schools down there. The Green Knights. We're going to head back into a woods trail. And follow it around for a good ways. That trail leads you back to just outside that soccer field, it leads you back to where the stables are. And if you remember, I mentioned the 1.25 mile oval horse track, which is right down there. And as usual, there are already people jogging and walking around it. But if rougher, it's quieter and more peaceful to take this path. That track around, they have these various exercise points. This one here has got bars you can walk with your hands, and there's bars to reach in up. Neither one of that I can do anymore. Or I can walk. Maybe eventually with my exercise program at home, I'll reach a point again where maybe I could do some of those things down there. It'd be nice. But I always got to remind myself I'm not a young man anymore. So after circling a bit of that track, we're finally coming out of this back trail. A few of these swampy, messy places to get through. And up here is the end of it. And where we come out. Stretching out up here. And their shoe. Focus on the track. Go the way this jogger went. And head down here. We went to the left. It would take us to Bringhurst Woods Park. And then continue through that, it would take us to Rockwood, and if we continue through that, it would take us to Alan Locust. And if you continue through that, it would take us to the Brandywine Park in downtown Wilmington, or to Rockford Park. And if you could cut across a little bit across country to the Brandywine Creek State Park, that would be on the northern Delaware Greenway. Split up here. I'm not going to take the easy paved path as usual. I'm going to take the other one, which will become gravel. Good morning. I think the park superintendent lives back in that house there. I know she lives on site. And up here is where they run the hay rides out of. Our church usually goes on one of those each year. It's a social fellowship event. William DuPont Light Green. What lies ahead of us on both sides of this driveway are gardens. These are private gardens. As people rent them, I don't know what the situation, how you go about getting one. They're year-round gardens. people have them. They're always working them. I see a couple people up there working on them now. But even in the dead of winter, you'll have people here tending to them. I've never been much of a gardener. I don't have the patience for it, I guess. That busy highway over there is I-95. We're out enjoying the morning air and taking a walk. All those people are rushing off to work. There's Americana. Good morning. Happened to the compost heaps. Back up in there, it's the park offices. If you go this way, you hit the main road through here. Just short of that turn up there, just short of the entryway. And the gardens are there behind this one. We came up, and we're going to take this little side trail through the woods. Yes, indeed. I had to change batteries back there. I don't know, that one battery, I don't think it's holding the charge like it should. These batteries are supposed to last an hour at least. And I don't really think I've been walking an hour. That one went out on me. The quiet of the country, which is never quiet. So I don't know why this camera gets these speckles jumping. See, there's that paved path we could have taken rather than all this. See, this one's the battery starting to show. It's wearing out. So I don't know how much more will get filmed in here. We're coming out of that woods after walking a good ways. We're going to be coming out of it up here. And then we have a few choices. I can go left, follow that trail, take me up to the main road through here. I can go right, which would take me down that paved one that I could get down across that field and pave. I could go out from here to the drive. We're going to cut through here though. And it didn't take me where I thought. We'll follow this cut path here. Side, I guess. Till we hit the crossover. So I want to go up around that meadow over there and through the woods. Pick you up when I find it. Remember that path I said to the left will take you back to Bay Road? So what I should have taken. Morning. Take this path now. It's going to circle all the way around this meadow, on the other side of those trees, and take us into the woods. And you can see it's going to be a good bit of a walk, go all the way around all this meadow. So I will pick you up around this meadow. Be wise to explain something here in case that somewhere along later it should happen that I photograph myself and you look back at the one short passage where I had photographed myself earlier. If by chance it appears that I'm wearing a different shirt, because I'm wearing a different shirt. It's not that I brought a change of shirts along. It's that this was filmed on 2 different days. And it wasn't filmed on 2 different days because I got tired and didn't finish the walk that day. It's because my camera batteries got tired. And they didn't finish the walk that day. I don't know how long this thing is going to run, this completed version, perhaps 45 minutes, perhaps an hour. But that's a condensation of my walks. If it runs an hour, then most likely the walk took 2, at least. I have to consider that it might even be longer when I use 2 camera batteries. Both are rated to last an hour, and yet both batteries were dead the last time I got to the point we just started at when I started talking here. So these are not short little hikes, but I don't film every single step of the walk. I just pick certain patches to show where I'm at that point, and maybe some highlight of the area, like this little robin out here running up the path before me. And then I stop for a while to spare you the energy of watching the same scene over and over, which is what I'm about to do here until I get up a little further to this trail, and then we will pick it up again. If you come along here, you can see that this paved trail we're on is coming up here to a road. This is car road. Pretty heavily traveled right now because there's a corporate complex just down the road. The other side's I-95. You can see the entrance to the park is here. And there is a side path going down. I have no interest in going down and walking down the road. I'm going to go up this little mound. And we're going to stay within the confines of the state park and get away from all this traffic noise eventually, and then head into the woods. See, we started way back there somewhere on this mound that runs all along here. We're about ready to exit from the mound. That's how it gets foreshortened the time. If you look off in the distance, you see somebody walking up the trail. There, just a little past where we started this hike today. And they're kind of following us around the meadow. Now the choice here is, and this is where most people do, is they turn in here where a path been cut through the tall grass of the meadow, and they follow that tree line. I like to come on down because I like to walk through the woods. It's a little rougher, it's a little cooler, and it's just kind of nice to walk through quiet woods. Down here we have one of the annoyances that I run into a lot. A shoelace that just refuses to stay tied. I'm looking for a place where I can tie this easily, which means I need probably a log or something back here that I can put my foot up onto, just to make it easier to get down there and tie it. Hopefully get a knot that'll stay. And here we are. See, big old dirt trail through the woods. There's a lot of venues to this park. Branch down across the trail this time. I wasn't here the last time I came through. It's always a constant changing landscape out in nature. We're coming down here to a bridge. And the bridge should give me the opportunity to tie this shoe. It's still Car Road. It's circling around there. And I assume this is Stony Run, this creek. Good morning. Somebody else came through the woods. Down here, tie the shoe. Hope this target stays. I believe our bridge. With our tied shoe. Head back up the Woodland Trail. Over on that side, and maybe you can hear the sound of passers. That's the part of the corporate mall. A lot of those cars speeding up Car Road were heading to start their day's work. Stuffed up in their offices and their cubicles. Poor people. All we can enjoy the outdoors. If you'd followed, curved around the meadow there and followed that path, you would have come around all those trees. That's where it will come out. So we're up here, we're going to circle around the corporate mall. Young women back there trimming back the bushes. They do a good job of keeping these parks up. So I have nothing but good things to say about the crews that work these places, that maintain them. Put up with all those lunatic hikers with their cameras and their narratives and their silliness. And so we kind of walk down this little corridor of trees now as we move away from that meadow back into the park proper, next to the huge corporate wall. Looking far off into the distance as we come through this canopy of trees. Here, somebody working in the parking lot on the complex. So we come down here and we're going to enter the woods down here. little more rugged down here as we go down a relatively steep decline. Now as we come out of this wooded area here, looking down here, we're almost to the point where we started this thing. We're a little beyond where we started it. Remember, we went up that way. When we went up that way, that's where the big figure 8 barn is. But we're going to go backtrack a little bit here. I take a look at some of the other part of the park. Originally, so we've circled a good bit of the park. We're going to go up here. I'll take a look at some more of it. Because it is a pretty big area with a lot of things in it. For instance, back here, this old, I guess, pumps or locks for this little stony creek that runs here. Up there is the outdoor amphitheater. They have concerts here during the summer. Over to this side is the parking lot where my little red car sits. Walk up this way, behind the amphitheater. Behind this little shed. I guess it's some kind of equipment shed. There's a fenced-in area. That's more tennis courts. Where there was tennis courts earlier on there, we'll go over there. These are right here. This is the back of the amphitheater. And you come out and spread your blanket or something on the field. Listen to the music on some summer evenings. Maybe bring a couple deck chairs with you. Relax. So we come up here past these tennis courts. I see cars over there, and I would guess the other tennis courts has, when we started, had people there playing. This one, nobody on it at this moment. Not sure why. Back here we come to a big wall. The area is least traveled. Maybe. We'll travel them. And you look up here, you see Bellevue Hall. A place designed to look like Montpelier, home of James Madison. We have a gardener up here working, I guess, on the landscape. Ooh, the formal gardens, and I didn't wear my tux. Can't go that way. Some children playing on the wooden train, and I don't like the photograph. Maybe we could take their car and go joyriding. Nah. Those days were back in my bad old days. And up here is where the great indoor exercise barn once stood. All gone now. So I'm glad I came up one day and took a bunch of pictures of it before it disappeared into history. So I'll do some cleaning up and open up these trails again. This is the old original Mount Pleasant School. It did get preserved. Remember back in the beginning we were doing this walk, and like I said, it was a different day. I started it. It was chillier and more overcast, and all these paddocks were empty of horses. And you can see today, they're bringing horses out. I'm sure after a while all these paddocks back here will be filled up with them. And as I say, even the county mounted patrol keeps their horses here. And I believe you can come over and take lessons. A helicopter up there somewhere. I believe our gardener to his work. Up past all the stables. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's the upper end of the parking lot. Got a free horse there. Has asthma. My daughter was a rider for many years in her teens, starting when she was 8 years old, all the way through till she left high school. She used to ride at Gateway Stables out past Winifred, up Old Kennett Road. Went fishing down, lake stocked. Had Little League picnics and karate picnics all down here along this lovely lake. Here across the way. A lot of geese are pulled in the dock. This thing over here is a frisbee golf hole. This is a mile-and-a-quarter track. As I said, William DuPont was a horse man, at least thoroughbreds for racing. You can use this track. They put in a number of playgrounds and big areas. Like I say, I try to avoid filming people's children. It's a sad state of affairs. These days, people get fearful if they see somebody taking pictures of their children around. They think you're up to something bad. Find more and more, both me and my friend, that through our life have been picture takers everywhere we go. And so many people begin to question it now. Always think you're a terrorist or a predator or something. I notice this track will be very popular for walking around. I generally don't walk it because too many people, and then it gets a little too boring. And so earlier, actually, it saw me go this back wooded path. Actually circles all around the track.
When you're running, you're supposed to have to keep your mind. So that's what the reason it's stopping at the
Little family dust up there with the kid. Or what he's not doing. So you see, people just keep coming and along this track. Good morning. How are you? Yeah. Morning. See, most people have been hanging up there on the outside edge. Reason being, it's more shade out there. I seem to be bucking traffic, and I'm also always walking in the sun. Guess I'm weird. Good morning. Now, we come up here. There's one of many stations for exercise around here. I'm always a little too self-conscious to try them because of all these people walking. Morning. I'm great. Yeah. I go into them, and I ain't making a fool of myself. I try to walk these things and fall off. Maybe we'll wait till these people get by, and we'll see what I can do. It should be good for a laugh. Good morning. So you gonna walk them? Good morning.
Hi there.
Hi. I'm waiting everybody gets by, and I'm gonna try this, and I don't want people laughing at me. Let's start. I can't even get up one thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Go off the edge. Didn't get very far. Try it again. There we go. Oh. Coming around there laughing at this old fool and the thing, are you? Morning.
Great work there.
Now here's what I mean. This one I know. No way. No way I can do this anymore. Not a chance. And with people constantly walking around here, I don't want to even think about it. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I can do it at home. Don't have to be out here making a fool of myself.
I guess I would.
Morning. Now I thought this one would be a good one to work up to, lifting some weight. I know I can do some of these, especially when you come down to the lighter one. So let's see. Can I do 10 with this? You're towing a bell for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I can do this one. Let's see. Maybe 2 1, I can do 5. I don't know if I can lift this baby at all. 1. Ugh. Hey. I really have thought about coming over here every couple of days, just walking back here and doing them until I build up to where I can do the heaviest one with one hand, do it several times. Morning. Leg swings I could do at home. See, most of these exercises I could do at home, and then I wouldn't be imbalanced. But I don't have a balance beam in my backyard, and I don't have those log lifts. I don't have this platform, but I think whatever it is you can do at home easy enough. Push-ups, I can't do push-ups anymore. I think we're starting to see some of the same people come around. See this. Trunk twist. Like I'm gonna stand out here and do this in public. Probably be arrested for obscenity. Okay, at this point we've probably done about 3/4 of this track. I'm not going to continue all the way around full circle. I want to go another way. Good morning. I wish you could do it with different levels. Working on my conditioning. Anyway, we're gonna leave the track and take this trail down past another frisbee golf hole. We'll see where this will lead us. Now, the first half of this walk, this is where we came out after we did that woodland trail. Remember, there was a lady tying her shoe or something here. Oops. Jogger keeps showing up. And at that point we walked down here as well. But when we came that day, we went up here and out past the barn where they start the hay rides from and all the gardens up there. Today we're going to go across Marsh Road out here into that Bringhurst Woods. At least take you through Bringhurst Woods. Which means we gotta get across traffic. This truck gets by. Still in the northern Delaware greenways. I think the superintendent of the Delaware State Park, I believe, probably lives in the house. That's Around Bellevue over there. State Park. This is Bringhurst Woods. Okay, my first battery has died at this point. And my second battery supposedly has an hour left on it. So altogether this trail has taken 3 batteries of 3 hours so far. Let's see how far we get on this particular battery. Rats. Been a little handier to have to run across the roads without traffic would be if I got the sneakers I wanted. They were actually running shoes. They were lighter than these. Because I did not want high tops, especially ones that are somewhat heavy, hard to put on and off. They get hotter, and they're weight. I didn't want all this weight either. So I went to Sears and I was trying on various pairs of shoes. I try them on. Maybe they didn't feel quite right. wasn't happy with this one or that one. I put them in the box, set them back on their shelf, pick another box, try them on. I went back and forth a while. I'm not usually that kind of shopper. Usually in, grab something my size and go, but you can't tell from the sizes anymore in these shoes. It seems like there's not a set standard. So sometimes a shoe is the size I take and according to the box and the shoe, and you put it on and it's too tight, too loose, and you have to be like Goldilocks and find ones that are just right. And I tried these on. Actually, I didn't try them on. I took them out, so high tops, put them back. Went on with looking shoes. Finally picked out a pair. I tried them on. Thought they felt pretty good. Put them back on the shelf. Tried on another pair. Decided that last pair was just the ones I wanted. Went back to the shelf, grabbed a box. Thought it was the box with those shoes. Went up, paid for it, got home, opened the box, and this is what greeted me. White high top Reeboks. Not anything against the Reeboks. I had a pair of Reeboks before, and they really lasted me much longer than most of my others. But I don't like all this white. I don't like this heaviness. I don't like the high top. I did figure maybe I'm how high it will protect my ankles from getting stung by bees. It just happened a couple times to me going through the brush. And I wore them, and so I couldn't take them back and exchange them. Something I don't like to do anyway, so I'm stuck with them now for a while. At least they're fairly comfortable. They do the job. I'm not happy with the grip of the soles sometimes. Don't seem to do as well on slippery surfaces like mud and icicles. But such is life. And it's my own stupid fault. Remember that. I can't blame God for my stupidity. All I had to do was open that box and look at it, and I would have known what I just grabbed and went. And isn't that a lot of our troubles in the world? Speaking of our foolishness and how that gets us in trouble. But I bring this up because I'm going to do a Bible study, and some of that fits right in. And we just missed that incident because I turned the camera off to give you guys a rest. A bicyclist came up from behind me. He's one of those polite ones that gives you a warning. Hey, yelled out, on your right. And what do? I immediately step over to my right. When I should have stepped to my left. But he missed me and he did go by on the left. So either he didn't know his left from his right, or I don't know my left from my right. That's more likely the latter. Okay, this is, I said, Bringhurst Park. Or Bringhurst Wood. Can't say it. Bringhurst Woods Park. I believe it's a county park. The Bringhursts were related to the Shipleys. That family took over the Shipley estate, Rockwood, after he died, and lived there up to pretty, only, I guess a couple decades or so ago. And then they gave it to a non-profit to run as a museum. And then several years later, the county obtained it from that organization, and it's a county park over there now. And I've always considered this a separate park. I don't know if they consider it all part of one or not, but it is called Bringhurst Park, so I guess they consider it separate as well. We're still in Bringhurst. If you're hearing traffic noise picking up, you get down here to the end, it comes kind of close to I-95, but Carr Road runs right along here. No warning from that guy. I picked up a little whirl of his tires back there. It's kind of speeding through here. A number of these bikers are not overly considerate of others. Now, I have to be fair. He might have ended up calling out a warning. But when I heard those wheels in the distance, I turned around and looked and saw him, so there really wasn't a need for him to do that. Alright. Now, I've never been quite sure of things. This is coming out of Bringhurst Park at Carr Road. And actually, I-95 isn't that close to it. That's further up off of Shipley. The question I've always had is, let me make sure I don't run over here. Coming quick. Is I've never quite been sure what to call this park, or this park. I'm sometimes called Carr Woods. And I don't know if it's considered part of Bringhurst Woods or part of Rockwood, because it kind of sets in between the two. And I guess logically I would kind of take it that this would be a continuation of Bringhurst Woods, because it's pretty much nothing but woods. And since at one point this whole area was owned by the Bringhursts from Rockwood over to Bellevue, where it bump up against the DuPonts. I guess we can settle it. This is just a continuation of Bringhurst Park. A little tree carving going on. Everybody's always attempting to leave their mark for posterity. And it might last a long while. Some of these trees live a good while. But you look back through the woods here, and you can see that the trees don't last forever. All living things eventually keel over. It's like this big boy up here. Or they just die and wither away. Storms don't get them. Old age does. Oh, what you call venom? That's not the thing that's going to last for eternity. Hello. This was where I was thinking of earlier when I said I-95 came kind of close. I just had a road too soon. This is Marsh Road here. I'm sorry, mixed up again. This is Shipley Road up here. Remember we crossed Marsh. Oh, the traffic. This is Shipley. That's I-95. Across the river. And across the street, step over that path, we're in Rockwood. I've done many things in Rockwood, so I'm not going to walk up to Rockwood today. We're going to turn around, go back through Greenhurst Woods to Bellevue. See, this marker says 4 miles. Back there at Bellevue, sort of parallel with that parking lot where that car is, the other post says 3 miles. Believe me, we have walked more than 1 mile today. Those are markers for the Northern Delaware Greenway. They start over at Fox Point Park. There's a couple come up through where Caulfield is, and then Bellevue, here, Rockwood. So I walk around Rockwood, you might see me go past 4.5 miles. And then one that says 5. Believe me, my Rockwood walks are not a half a mile. They will continue out with those through Pocus down into Wilmington. It'll be a total of 10 miles along that single trail. Never been sure what this little memorial's for. Seems like an odd place for somebody to die. But you never know. Alright, we have come back all the way from the edge of Rockwood. We have a ride back here at Bellevue State Park. See the butterfly down there on the roof? Hey. Earlier on in the walk, we had come down here, come up here, went up behind the green barn, and out that path by the gardens. Today we're going to go up the path that's paved on this side. So our little walk will have covered a good bit of Bellevue State Park. Signs about some of the history around here. I don't always know if enough people appreciate the parks and all we have. Let's see, a lot of them getting out here enjoying them. See, this is bridle path. Here. Frisbee golf hole. Good morning. People put a lot of these birdhouses throughout these parks. It's nice. And you can see in the distance through the bushes, you can see some of those gardens high earlier. I hear some kind of motor running. We're looking up on the track, I guess. Hard to tell. Maybe mowing the grass. Across those fields, now entering a little bit of shade. This feels good. That's the tracks down in there. That's that oval track. Right over here through the trees. See it? There's that dirt path that we came through here earlier after we walked by those gardens. We had exited out of it earlier with a little ways up there and they'd cross. Say if we continue down here, it'd be the track.
Yep.
More history. William DuPont Jr. That was Margaret Osborne DuPont, his pro-tennis wife. Look out on the ground. Programs. Tow somebody out of here. Somebody's having a problem. No. Better not be me, because I got my park sticker on the car. Lets me visit all the state parks in the state. I'm paying additional fees. Alright. Remember I said about these signs? We have a 4-mile marker. This is a 3-mile marker. It only applies to when you're sticking strictly to the northern greenways. And we did go a lot further than 1 mile. We went many, many miles. Well, this is basically the last leg, back where we started from a couple times. See, there's the amphitheater. Don't know if that's the same Robin. Got a lot more cars up there now, probably using the tennis courts.